Sistas Fontasy, welcome back to the pod. Bye week is over. We are back. Feels good to be back. Shout out to StreamYard for hosting the pod. I'm here. I got my happy dad. I got a little vape action. I'm in the commish quarter zip. I got my Karate Kid bandana. Let's get after it.
You're not going to introduce your big bro?
My co-host David. My co-host, as always, my brother Poppy.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, what's just our relation?
What'd you say? Sorry, say that again.
The viewers that don't know, how are we related?
I just said my brother, my big brother, Poppy.
Big brother. All right, it's going to play into some of my later segments. So just wanted the viewers to really get a full understanding of the dynamic. But welcome back, boys. Energy's up. I'm actually been feeling a little sick since Saturday. Had some of the boys over Sunday. Just did a little send. Went pretty hard. But we had a bye week. I was happy to hear some of the people were upset about the bye week. You guys are watching. You guys are enjoying the episodes. Wasn't intentional. Wasn't for attention. We just we simply couldn't get it done that week. So it was a bye week. Is what it is. We're back. Good week. Lots going on. Trades, upsets, big matchups. Happy to be back on the pod. Let's get it. And we do have a guest on tonight. Someone who has not been featured all season, who has been waiting for a dub, I'd like to say. We didn't, but he got one and it didn't work out. So nevertheless, he's on now. AK Rudbone, welcome on to the ep, baby.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you. What's going on?
What up? So Rud just sent in a shotgun video. So we'll go ahead and talk about that quick. Great video. Editing skills good. It was a quick 1 minute. We've been seeing a few minutes, but I like a quick 1 minute video. Good clips in there. The end definitely took me by surprise. I was like, what is he doing with Leapak's boot video? Then we see Rud with a little Photoshop in there. What didn't know what to expect from Rud's video, but very good video. I was impressed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out CapCut, fire edit. I love the beginning, one of my favorite scenes. And A Boogie banging shot. Shit. They get shot every day, B. So that was a fire intro. And then just to see Leapak bent over, I hope it translates into Sunday. And Rud does bend his ass over Sunday, take him out. And good video. Video's been high. I actually forgot that I was waiting for the gun video. So when that came in, that was nice to get a good laugh.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right. Before we move on, Rud was in the finals of Survivor. The Survivor pool has officially ended. Just want to send congratulations to John Leapak, our 2023 inaugural Survivor champion. Money was sent to him the day of. He didn't even respond, saying thank you or whatever, but that's besides the point. Congrats to you, brother. It was a hard fought Survivor pool, and you won yourself $500.
Lee.
Congrats, Pack.
All right, moving on.
He needs that 5.
Yeah, Lord. The rankings just came out. We had a little. Some people were a little upset with it. We have Lee Will Do It taking the number 1 spot. Bada Bing dropping to 2 for the first time in a while. I'm on a mission in a top 3. Never the Bull stays at 4. It's Personal number 5. No More Chubby 6. Ghost Montes 7. Tito Soda Jesus 8. I Just Love My AK 9. And Sup My Najigba at 10 once again. Any thoughts, comments, concerns on these rankings, boys?
I love the rankings. I love being in the top 3. I think 3 is probably one of my favorite spots to be. Sometimes when you're at the top, you got too many people coming after you, but sitting right in that top 3 is going to be a beautiful playoff seed for me. And I think it's just an upset special waiting to happen. So happy with my top 3 spot. I know Matt's a little upset, but if you ask me to rank this league right now, top to bottom, I have him myself above him currently. He's made great waiver moves, trades, but a lot of it's been a week by week basis. I think there's just a little more consistency out of my team, giving me the edge. And you have to factor in that I took out the number one pound for pound, and that's on my resume too. So I know he wanted to see him crack top 3 or who knows, even higher. But just to highlight on that spot, I think he's a week away. I mean, if he does it one more time, it's undeniable. But there are some still little key factors to his season so far, and I think 4 is a healthy spot for him. So he should be happy with it. You know, he was really looking down and out at one point. So top 4, he's there. One more week, do it again, brother. Make us have nothing else to say. Do it one more time. And that's all I got in the rankings.
Well said, brother. I agree.
So as we see here, we got 2 comments on the rankings on the top right. If you guys can see, I'll read it out. Matthew Arnold 6 commented, a 3rd straight win, 3 consecutive weeks being the top scorer, 3 consecutive weeks over 130 points for, and I just stay at 4. Someone has some explaining to do. Wish we had actual followers who could share in my outrage. These rankings are a disgrace to the league. Pretty serious comments there. I get why you're upset. But while we're here, I just want to show you what goes into these rankings. You guys see my screen?
Yep.
So the rankings aren't bullshit. It's not something I just come up with every week. The algorithm factors in your total wins on the season, your win-lose streak, your roster rank based on Fantasy Pros ranking, pretty credible website, your overall matchup wins, your season scoring consistency, and your average points scored per game. That's how the rankings played out this week. I was even surprised to see myself drop below Leapack, but sticking with the algorithm, that's what they got everybody at. I'm sorry you feel that way, Matt, but maybe a win this week could put you up into the next spot.
For sure.
All right, let's dive into these matchups last week. We will start with No More Chubby versus Supmine and Jigba. Rud, why don't you break this one down first?
Oh, my shit's lagging. Someone go first. My shit's lagging.
You're good. We got another birdie bowl here. We got Hendo versus Leo. I think Hendo's undefeated in birdie bowls. Mahomes 15, Mostert 14, Mixon 15. You know, his top 3 showed up. You want to see more from DJ Moore and Zay Flowers, but just a bad week from them. But then his up and coming tight end Dalton Kincaid. You know, you see Laporta on the bye week. I think Kincaid was a waiver wire pickup of his, and 11 points from a tight end is great numbers. Kareem Hunt 9.8, and then the big one here is defense 23. If your defense is putting up 20 points, you're going to be a tough team to beat. And Leo, I mean, what else to say? Just unlucky, losing by 2-3 points. If the defense doesn't put up 23 points, Leo gets his 2nd win of the season. So, you know, just a story of Leo's season so far.
Yeah, I mean, Leo was right there. 99 is definitely a winnable week. I think his floor has definitely raised up a little bit. His team's been consistent. Mild week for Pacheco, obviously unfortunate. Henry doing his thing. Big trade for him. It's been consistent since. Garrett Wilson, he's been getting the targets. Unfortunately, and he's been right around a 10-point-a-week guy. He just one breakout week from Garrett Wilson, I think, is going to really secure Leo a nice win. Nico Collins, when you got that quarterback throwing to you, man, you're going to do good things. He actually was one of the underperformers of that Houston offense, but he got 13 points out of him, solid. Hawkinson. So his roster's looking balanced. He's looking good. More wins to come. And then, Hendo, he had Kincaid and Laporta on his roster. 2 very good tight ends in the league right now, and he made a move recently. So Laporta and Mahomes out. So we're going to have a new look for that roster. His team just was balanced outside of DJ Moore and Zay Flowers. A couple holes in the offense. So, Browns carried the weight, though, for the boys, and he got it done. So I think Hendo's undefeated in the Birdie Bowl right now. Team's looking good. We're going to have a new quarterback for him. Josh Allen, number one in the league right now. But Mahomes, definitely a slow start, but we saw that with Burrow too, and Burrow really came into his own and is starting to peak at this point. So, Tom, you may have bought low, and that's a great quarterback to buy low, and I definitely think it was a good trade for you. Give you slight edge on the wind, maybe a little more than slight edge, but I could see why Hendo did it, having the pieces he did. Just maybe didn't get as much value as he could have, but it definitely makes sense for his roster.
Absolutely. With him getting Kincaid or whatever how you pronounce that, I think it was a good move. Also, tons of potential on Leo's team. Just couldn't come through.
Yeah, and before Hendo calls me out on the point differential, I read the projection totals instead of the fantasy points. So yeah, Hendo won by 5, a few more points off, and Leo could have had it. But yeah, Rod, how do you feel? You're 1-8, and Leo's 1-8. And you guys are both in the fight for last place. I mean, when you guys get a win and start to separate from each other, I mean, are you nervous? What are your predictions there?
Honestly, I'm surprised I'm 1-8. You know, I have tons of potential, but seems every team I verse always manages to pull out a dub. They can start 3 people and they'll find a way to beat me. So at this point, it's hilarious.
Yeah, definitely tough, and obviously Bijan's been kind of the thorn in your side for this season, and tough. And I'm going to keep an eye because Hendo had an option to flex both that second tight end, and he could have ran Laporta, Kincaid.
I think Laporta was on bye week.
No, but just moving forward, he actually could
have
flexed the 2 tight ends who do get a lot of red zone looks and get their targets. That would have been a little crafty play he could have done too, and just waited out the Mahomes to do what he does. But again, his roster looks good, so we'll see if it was Giga or Nano shortly.
Yep, he's got David Montgomery coming back too, so gonna see how that dynamic works, splitting with Gibbs now that Gibbs is getting more involved. But yeah, Hendo's got a solid team here. Would like to see Olave in the mix next week, and yeah, solid team from Hendo. He's made a lot of trades. We'll see how it plays out.
Sure.
Next matchup, we got Never the Bull, another 130 plus week versus Ghost Mod. This 115. It's a good number to put up and to lose. We see Burrow coming into his own here, 22 points. Gus the Bus, awesome acquisition, 17 points. Brees, I was actually at the Jet game. Tough loss for them. Had Brees anytime. I think he's going to be really good, though, going forward. CeeDee Lamb, he had a slow start also. We saw stuff on social media about him getting into an argument with the coaches. Ever since then, he's been lights out. I don't know exactly, but I know for sure he's had, I think, 15 plus the last few weeks. Jamar Chase, 6.1, and now there's reports that he has a back injury. I did not see the game, but I think he came down on his back, and he was saying that it got worse as the game went on, and he did not practice today, so keep an eye on that. And then the drop of the season, Taysom Hill, Steve picks him up for 11, drops him. Matt scoops him and scores 18 points. That's just really tough for Steve. And look at his defense too, 26 points. When the defense is putting 20 plus up, you're a tough team to beat. But solid week from Steve here too. Jacobs had a slow start. He's coming into his own. Hurts is nasty. Rashad White, you love to see 25 points from him. His wide receivers were quiet. Cooper 6, Brown 4.4. I think Gabe Davis has been hit or miss all season. He was on Kicker's team for a little bit. Sometimes he's in the end zone. He's putting up, 10 to 15 points a game. And then you just see 0. So tough there. His kicker and defense showed up too. So, tough loss for Steve there.
Yeah, definitely. He had Dotson on the bench. If he flexed him, that could have changed things. A little light. Everett's not one of my favorite tight ends in the league. Would have been interesting to see him. I wonder if he went after Laporta at all too. He has Jefferson that he could have maybe leveraged or another receiver. So just Gabe Davis and the tight end just really tough. He was right there. His defense did answer up. He had an 18-point out of the defense, 11 out of his kicker. So to see those, middle of the pack guys go so low, and he still had a 115-point week, he was right there. And then to look at Matt, I mean, the Gus Edwards situation, obviously Gibbs was on bye anyway, but he had, I think, 3 carries that game, but 2 of them were touchdowns. And it was low yardage, low targets, but just 2 big touchdowns that really went off. And then picking up Chargers Deach was a good waiver pickup, looking at matchups. And he's been playing the pickup game for, I think, kickers and defenses for the most part of this league. And other guys that are playing the game gotta be faster and gotta be sharp because Matt's eyeing it down. And he's been timing has been a big key aspect to his weeks. Even catching Taysom Hill, he's a guy who could have 2 points next week. You don't know what you're going to get. It's boom or bust, I think, in that position. But Matt's been swapping these guys out, and his timing's been impeccable. So can he sustain this all season? Will be interesting to see. I'm sure he's going to do his best to continue. And then Burrow's just caught fire. He's back in full shape. So his team is looking good again.
Great. She's had great pickups. That Taysom Hill pickup that was good. I wouldn't have expected that. I probably wouldn't even started him. So kudos to you. And also on Zomi's team, Cooper Kupp putting a 5.8 is tough. You definitely expect more out of a player like him. And that donut from Gabe Davis, another tough one.
Ro, just want to give you a heads up. You're definitely lagging a little bit if it's you're on the wrong Wi-Fi or need to move locations. But you're definitely lagging out. But we hear you, brother. Yeah, and then also I know I called Matt's team not a threat, but looking at this team, definitely a threat. I need to circle back and see what his roster was when I said that, because when I'm looking at names like Burrow, well now Gus the Boss, but Brees, Lamb, Chase, that Chase Burrow stack, and then Gibbs on bye week. He's got a good looking team here, a lot of good names, and I'm a big names guy. Moving on, the new pound for pound king, the survivor champ, the points leader, the triple crown, Lee will do it versus its personal Poppy. I will let you go first.
Yeah, a lighter week from Lee will do it. Definitely was beatable this week. It's personal, could have really stole one. Again, 89's not terrible, but on the lower end of things. But 101's definitely gettable. So I'm sure Kickler's kicking himself. I'm looking at his bench to see if he really made some errors. I don't see too much options that really could have got him over. Brian Robinson over James Cook maybe. And Dak went off. Cole Kmet went off. Yeah, so there was a couple different plays. But again, you got to start Andrews. Dak, who, debatable. A lot of people were down on Miami saying they don't do good against teams over 500. I was one of the people who was kind of fading that play and thought they were going to show up, and it didn't work out. So he definitely had some moves. He could have changed things around, but tough decisions, nothing obvious, tough decisions. And then his defense put up 0 low from his kicker. So that right there could have set him over the edge. It was just an unfortunate. Again, it's a lot of timing in this league. Leapac's team is solid. Kelsey, though, 2.9 for a win with the Chiefs. So a little bit of a rocky thing, but Kelsey's going to have those explosive weeks too. So when you're getting wins and guys like Kelsey are putting up 2.9, you got to count those as double wins because now you're expected to have those guys blast off moving forward. So Leapac got away with one. His team's solid. We're going to see if he moves or plays with his bench and his defense, and see if Fournette gets some looks, some starts too. But good match.
What do you got for us, Renato?
Yeah. If Kickler would have started fucking Kmet, would have been a different game. Leapac with Tyreek Hill putting up 8.5, tough. Swift 8.4, Kelsey 2.9. He was definitely beatable this week, but unfortunately, he couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, we could have seen Kickler go Andrews with Kmet at flex, but that's just a tough call. You think Tua puts up better numbers than that too. Dak Prescott was a tough call. So it's all about timing with these guys and shift them around. But Leapak beatable. He's the number one guy now, but I don't know if he's gonna hold on to that spot for much longer.
And just to throw a little salt on the wound at Hendo, 14 points from Tucker. He's been going off ever since he was dropped and picked up by Leapak. I was surprised to see the drop. I understood, you get frustrated. I think it was like 5 weeks of nothing great. And but he's a number one kicker. He's probably one of the few kickers you really should draft. And now he's coming into his own. So it just goes to show you got to catch these guys at the right times. And of course, Leapak jumped on it, and it's paying off for him. So we shall see how he holds up this week.
Moving on to this just gross matchup. I just love my AK to Tito Soda Jesus. 70-76. Not sure if we might have had some 60s. I don't know if 70 is the lowest, but it's down there. I just love my AK versus Tito Soda Jesus. There was a boot on this matchup. Rud, I will let you break this down.
A tough season happens. I didn't expect that. I believe there's an 80% chance of winning Sunday before the Monday night game, and I don't even know what happened. No, I'm wrong on that. Anyway, 4.9 from Bijan, tough. 9 for Kamara, expect a little better. 5.4 from Thielen, definitely expected better. Dalton did his thing, didn't expect that. Metcalf, 5.5, expected that. Now, I messed up. Should have started the Ravens D. You can't see it down there. What'd they get, 15?
I'll go down for you. Ravens defense, 15 points.
15. Would have started them. Would have been a different game. And then let's go up. Can you scroll for me?
Yeah, I got you.
Lamb's getting lucky, man. Pickens with 0.9. Oh, okay, so that's what it was. After the Thursday night game, when he had put up, I believe, like almost 40 points and still managed to pull it out, I thought I had that one in the bag. But it's fantasy, man.
Yeah, I was with Lems when you guys put that boot on it, and I'm just like, bro, why would you put a boot on it? Like, Rudd's team was looking good, and I think he had guys on buys and just injuries, whatever. I just didn't think Lems had a shot. And then later in the day to come to find out that he beat you by 6 points. You really got fucked by Giants defense here too. I thought the defense was red hot for the G-men. Then they just get absolutely rolled by the Raiders. So your defense putting up -1 is tough. Would love to see Jacoby Myers get in a slot there, but I guess you didn't want to play him because you're going up against Giants D. But yeah, just the Ravens and Myers was a difference maker for you, and just another tough loss, man. And this one was for Survivor and a boot, so this one definitely had to sting the most.
Yeah, I mean, you guys hit most of the points. I would like to see Myers over Metcalf. Metcalf's been really quiet this year. Myers just keeps finding the end zone. He's one way he was a rushing touchdown. But I mean, Metcalf's obviously another star receiver. It's tough to make that call. Bijan is just, I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, why they're icing him. I guess there was rumors of, I don't know if it was actually made up, so I'm not going to repeat it, but I don't know what's going on. It seems like they're icing out Robinson over there. Kamara has been solid since you got him back on your roster. Quiet week from him, but great running back. So I don't know. I don't know if Bijan turns it on for the rest of the season. Again, you got a good team and you're going to get some wins, or you might want to even, I don't know, maybe make a move with Bijan and put another running back there. It's because the clock's ticking. You got to get some dubs. So I don't know how long it's going to take them to work it out in Atlanta. But yeah, Tom's team too. The Rams had a quiet week. Both Cooper and Puka low scoring. Tom's team didn't do anything special, but sometimes that's still enough to get it done. So Tito Soda got away with a big one there. Hopefully the numbers increase for both of you guys next week. I'm sure you want to get out of the 70s and really bounce back. So Tito's got away with one. I'm sure he's happy.
Moving on to our last matchup. Big bro versus little bro, pound for pound, number one versus I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission on a bye week. Puts up 117 to Bada Bing's 93. Take it away, Mike.
I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm definitely gonna. I was celebrating this. Crazy fuck up by me last week. Leading into this made it that much sweeter because I gave one to balls on me, just making a crazy mental error last week. Thought I was coming into back to back losses, which would have just been so depressing for me. But at the same time, at a certain point, I'm like, listen, the kid's undefeated. There's those weird weeks, and I was praying that you came out a little light. And 93 is for you very light. And I threw Jalen Moore in. Didn't have any running backs. He had a season high at 12-8. It's not crazy, but that was a nice little start for me. And then I picked up Josh Downs, who got an early catch. I was pumped about that. Gets hurt, and then I started to sweat it again. But all of a sudden, Stroud starts going off. Ramondre goes off for a 75-yarder, and things just started fucking percolating for me. And I just felt the momentum, started feeling good, and we ran away with it, man. And if anyone's gonna take you down, I'm sure you'd probably rather me than some other people. There's a little respect there, definitely a little respect there, and it's a little notch on my belt. Big win, and yeah, you could say I stole one too. But now I'm coming back full strength. So if I can just keep this momentum going, I'm really pumped. I'm feeling good. That was just a sweet victory. Big bro takes down little bro, and that's gonna be one for the books. Upset of the season.
Rod, you can go. I'll go last.
Congratulations, big bro. Love to see you doing big bro things on your bye week. Stroud came through fucking heavy for you. Even when Josh Downs puts up 1.5, McBride 3.7, 5.4. Good win. And fucking Tom, that's tough, man. Goddard not doing shit. Pollard 7.8. Oh, I didn't even say Kenneth Walker 2.2. God damn. Now I know why you offered me him. But tough L. Still number one.
Yeah. Yeah, just a tough loss here. I mean, we look at these projections. I was projected 123 and Pop was projected 88 points. So massive difference there. I was not worried about this matchup at all. Warren comes out with 12.8. I was definitely a little nervous, but yeah, tough to see Walker with 2.2 points. He had an excellent start to the season, and for some reason, we're seeing Charbonnet on the field. Well, at least last Sunday, Charbonnet was every time I looked on the screen, he was on the field. I don't know if he outsnapped him, but just my eyes could tell it was mostly Charbonnet out there. I'm hoping Walker could bounce back. We got Daniel Jones ACL injury, so we'll probably see Barkley already has a massive role, so I could see it even increase a lot more because the Giants don't even let Tommy DeVito throw the ball. Diggs and Keenan Allen, they're doing their thing. Goddard went out with an injury. And I'm hoping Pollard one of these days is just going to break out. I don't think he's seen the end zone since week one. A lot of people are saying Kickler got the better of me on that trade. So far, it looks like it. But I'm really hoping Pollard is going to just break out one of these weeks and the floodgates are open. And then Cam Akers tears his Achilles. We're going to see Madison get a bigger role there. And Evans, 10.7. So, I'm still open for trades. I just made a move. I would move Madison. I would move Evans. I would potentially move any one of these backs. If anyone wants to hit me up, he'll work something out. I'm still open for trades. But, yeah, congratulations to my brother, CJ Stroud, man. He's fucking awesome. He's one of my favorite players right now. He wins these games. He's given all glory to God and Jesus Christ. So, stand-up guy here. I get taken out on a bye week. I didn't want to go out like this, but it happens, and I lost my number one spot, but I'll be back. Shout out to you, Pop.
Appreciate it.
Great win, Pop.
Thanks, boys.
Moving on. I don't really know if there's much in the waiver acquisitions. So Wednesday we see Ghost Montes grabbing Tank Dell, Bada Bing adding McPherson, Never the Bull adding the Jigba. I didn't even know Leo dropped him. He should change his name. Ghost Montes taking Baker, Bada Bing getting a new defense. Never the Bull constantly on the move, dropping the defense, going for Judy. Bada Bing going for a tight end. Never the Bull getting Khalil Shakir, very active. Never the Bull. I love my AK grabbing McManus. No more chubby lines D. No more chubby Joshua Dams. Nothing crazy here. Zay Jones. Never the Bull going with Koo. Packers D. Lee will do it, adding Jonnu Smith. One of the first times I've seen this, and Lee will do it's not on the waivers at 3:40 in the morning.
Right. I was working, so I definitely was peeping them. I was looking. I almost grabbed the third defense just to block some guys out. But my roster is good. My bench is good. I could probably let go of Pitts here pretty soon with my two tight ends. But it's definitely gonna maybe block some people out. But I didn't see anything that I loved super obvious that I wanted to jump on myself. So. But I was waiting for Lee Pack's little moves, and I didn't see him, so I was laughing at that.
And then we got the big one here today. Pretty big trade, kind of came out of nowhere between me and Hendo. My tight end got injured, and I added Hunter Henry, and just like the projections looked horrible, and it just looked bad on my roster. So I was looking around the team, seeing who had some tight ends, and Laporta was one of the guys that I wanted. I reached out to Hendo, offered Mike Evans, I believe. He didn't want Evans. We went back and forth a little bit. I said, you know what, Hendo, you tell me what you want. He wanted Josh Allen, and this is the deal we made. Josh Allen has been a juggernaut. He wanted to stack him up with Kincaid, so I respect that. And then I get a new tight end and a new quarterback. I think it could work out for both of our favors. A lot of people are saying I took the better of the trade. Matt was saying he took the better of it. But I think he looked at it as if he gives Laporta and Kincaid's kind of going to fill the spot, and there's not going to be a big difference there. So I think for him, it was more of a Mahomes for Jalen. But, yeah, and then it's an awesome trade for me because I lost a tight end, so I go Mahomes for Jalen. And then add Laporta, who's been awesome this year. So I really like this trade for the both of us.
Yeah, when you dive into it, it's a interesting trade because you look at both rosters and see why it makes sense for both people. When you just look at it, I would say without rosters involved, you obviously lean towards you winning that. But again, when you look at Hendo's roster, and it's an upgrade. He made his team better, ultimately. He definitely made his team better, and he made some sacrifices for it. I think he was in the position though. The ball was in his court, having those pieces, and maybe could have squeezed something else out of you. But whether or not he needed it or wanted it is really what it boils down to. So for him, again, he made a trade and his team is now better. So he's happy, and you were at the right place at the right time. Had the piece he needed, and you sacrificed a great quarterback for another great quarterback who can, really do it. And then you filled the hole in your lineup. So again, both teams got better. I just maybe no more Shelby could have got cute, but at the end of the day, he did what he did. So, don't hate it. Don't hate it at all.
Yeah, maybe you could have got another bench player. Either way, I think it's a great trade on both teams. Patrick Mahomes still a top 3 quarterback. Sam Laporte, top 5 tight end. So Josh Allen's the GOAT. You both benefited, so I think it was a great trade.
Right. And one thing to look at, though, is everything that Hendo has dropped thus far in this league has turned to gold. When you look at Thielen, when you look at Tucker, I think there's another one I'm missing. So, and again, Josh Allen's big bulk of his points was the front half of the season. So did you ride that wave perfectly, ride it into shore, and now you're paddling back out and you're jumping on the Mahomes wave, who now has a stronger second half? The timing could be perfect, or the trends can continue and Allen stays that guy and out edges Mahomes for the rest of the season. I don't know. But again, look, Laporta and Kincaid, definitely some big name tight ends right now. Could have kept both, but it was a good move for him. So see how it plays out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, Mahomes has been on the downside. He had 36 in the fourth week, but his last 3 weeks are 24, 29, and 24. So, I don't really see a downward trend for Jalen. And he's got Denver and the Jets coming up. So we could see another 2 big weeks from him.
Against the Jets, I don't think so.
I don't know.
That
The defense has looked. Last night they were not last night, but Monday night they were down 14-0 in 5 minutes. But the offense honestly didn't really move the ball. It was the fumble and the punt return.
100%. And then when you look at Jalen, just struggled big time against Cincy D. So we'll see how he does against the Jets. But again, that's only 2 weeks. Then it changes, and you get your highs and lows of fantasy. So just pull up the standings, and we'll just wrap it up with those.
Standings. Here we go. Bada bang, 8-1. Lee will do it 7-2. It's personal 6-3. And then here's where the next 3 playoff spots come in. I'm on a mission 5-4. No more Chubby 5-4. Never the Bull 4-5. I can honestly see this 6 going into the playoffs, and the one person who could break it is Ghost Montes. Depending on people's schedules and the matchups, but I could say, yeah, this top 6 looks good, and Ghost Montes could sneak in and take a 6th spot also.
Yeah, I agree. Tito Soda definitely bought himself a lifeline, though, with that win this week. If he could steal another 1 or 2, maybe he gets back into a possible playoff mix. But it's going to be very matchup dependent and timing dependent. Just roster as of now is just probably not what you want in this position. But yeah, the top 6 does look strong. Ghost Montes definitely going to be the guy to potentially shake things up. Big win over me. That helped him also. So the 2 of them just kind of pulled off some nice wins that kept them relevant. Unfortunately, I love my AK and something on the gym, but 1% playoff chances right now. But I don't even know what the numbers would have to be if they have to win out from here to make it even possible. But it's going to be tough for those bottom 2. But yeah, I never the Bull right on my heels, and then we don't have points 4 and stuff up, right? No.
Here you could right here you could see it. Bada bang, 1076 points 4. Lee will do it 1078, 2-point advantage. It's personal 929. I'm on a mission 955. No more Chubby 916. Never the Bull 1051. We got 3 guys in that over 1,000 mark. Tito Soda 902. Montes 891. I just love my AK 894 and Leo 858.
Yeah. So top 3 being you, Lee, and Matt. I think I'm sitting at 4, and then right there, Kickler and Hendo are right there. So it's tight. It's tight. It's a tight race, and seedings are going to matter too, because that's it. You go in the playoffs, and depending on, you got your buys, but then who you match up with next, the timing of everything is just such a huge fucking factor. A lot of good teams in those top 6 with some stars on them. So it's a dogfight right now. Absolutely, it's a dogfight. And now, and then you could kind of see the urgency of why Hendo wanted to make that move, because when you're sitting right there. So to make his team better at this point right now was priority. So
yeah, and Mahomes on a bye week too. So
yep. Yep. So good move. Good move. He had to. He didn't have much time to waste.
You can see on the right too, moves, I believe. I guess those are trades and the waiver wire. Matt with 46 moves, Lee Pack with 31, Chubby with 25.
Wow.
So
Wow.
a lot of moves there.
Yeah, Arnold moves 46, leading the league, and is paying off. I mean, we've been talking about him for a while, that when he was down in that 8 spot and everything else, that he was gonna get crafty, and he's definitely done it. He's definitely done it, and it's personal with least amount of moves, still holding his spot. He's goes against the grain. Definitely just finds a way to stay competitive every season. It's personal. So he does. He's got a method to his madness, that's for sure. And excited for this week. Thursday night game, not too exciting. I think it's Bears Panthers.
I'm not too sure.
I want to say Bears Panthers, but we'll see. Rod, are you giving Myers the start this week or what? Logged out. I guess we'll never know. Guess we'll know when we know. But
what's up?
I said just pumped up for this week. Every week is fucking massive. And we'll see. Who do you got this week?
What do you mean? Like who am I versing? Or
Yeah.
I'm versing Never the Bull.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's right. And that was a big win week 1 for you. You welcomed him into this league with a vicious beatdown. You were not too kind about it. So I know he's been stewing on this matchup for a long time. So
yeah,
definitely got to bring your A game, because that boy's coming for his revenge match. But
yeah.
I'm excited to follow that one.
Yeah, projections got me as a favorite, but projections don't really mean much. And then I'm giving Geno Smith the nod because we got Mahomes on the bye week, so should be a good match though. I don't want to wish any injury on anybody, but would be nice if Jamar Chase does not play.
Absolutely.
And then real quick before we go, we got the league send coming up in 2 weeks, and we got the first Pete. Oh, here's Rud. Rud's back.
Sorry about that, man.
You're good.
Yeah.
So the league send is coming up, and we got the first piece of merch that the league is gonna have. So I got the designers. They sent me a copy of the crew neck. If you guys can see it there.
Beautiful. That's so
It's our first piece of merch. Very simple. We got the logo on the front. We wanted to get it embroidered, but a lot of details on the logo. They said they would have to alter it a lot. So maybe down the road we could mess around with the embroidery. But we got the HD print, and then we got the established 2021 on the sleeve. So here's the first piece. We didn't get too crazy with it. Down the line, we could come up with more designs, but looking forward to seeing everyone rocking these at the league send.
No, yeah, that's gas. Just gotta probably hang dry the shirts. Just it's really the washing machine that messes with the sticker sometimes. But Rush Order Tees is pretty solid. So as long as we get one good season out of it, I'm pumped. Those are fresh. I definitely be rocking that.
Great add to the sleeve, Mike. I like the established in 2021 too. Very fresh.
Appreciate it.
And I'm here. We're gonna have some spread for the league send. I heard Tom's really been, in the lab thinking about what he's gonna cook.
Yeah, and I'd like to take a little credit for that. He's been tasting some of my foods, been seeing some of my videos, and I think I'm finally bringing that dog out of him that he wants to flex on me. But I'll be a beneficiary of that flex, tasting that food. So I'm pumped and glad to see me doing some things, pushing my boys. That's what it's all about. So Lembo, bring that A game, baby, because it's gonna be a tough taster right here. That salt better be on point. Make sure you got those acids mixed in, balance it out, some umami flavor. I'm gonna be real tough on you, but pumped to see what you deliver. I know you got it.
Rod, any last words? Any call out? Anything you want to say to the league?
Yeah, no, don't got much to say. Mike, let Tom know he's fucking real Boricua. And by the way, I will be starting Myers over DK.
Let's go, baby. I hope it plays out. I hope Thielen bounces back too, and hopefully I can get Devonta Adams. This is probably the least expected week for him against the Jets to break out, but that's what happens in fucking fantasy. It's when you least expect it. So I'm gonna keep riding this Adams wave. Hopefully the trade pays off for both of us. You get both your guys putting up some points, and I can see Adams return to his natural form. If not, we'll see. He's got about a good 2 or 3 weeks to get going, or I have to do something else. But
Absolutely.
thanks, baby.
He's bound for a bounce back.
For sure.
All right, boys. This was awesome. Great to get back in the pod after the bye week. Thanks for coming on, Rud. Good luck to everybody. Yeah, good luck to everybody this week, and we'll see you back here next week.
Yep, pumped to hear the feedback. Pumped for another good ep, and we'll see everyone next week. Let's get it.